This goes. Let's see if I drop any frames. Alright. Just jump into this. Also, I turned off my face cam too, because lighting in my room isn't even very good, and it doesn't add anything. And then also, save some brain power for my PC. Alright, that's over there. We got a War Banner terminal. Ooh boy. Honestly, I'm tempted to take that shitty thing. I was trying to say earlier that, like, the stunning grenade actually is pretty useful for the Commando just because of his rate of fire, and he doesn't really have too many options to stop himself from getting his face imploded, so. Hmm. Also, Frost Lemurians actually are probably some of the most annoying variants. Not because they're particularly, like, devastating in terms of the damage. It's just the Frostafix on the Lumerian fireballs when there's, like, just 1,000 Lumerians everywhere is very irritating to deal with. Yeah, I haven't got any notifications I'm dropping any more frames, so that's pleasing. There we go. So my goal here is to get this done before it leaves easy mode, but the sooner I finish it, the better, because I'm trying to get that the achievement where you complete 20 levels without getting a single lunar item. Luckily, that one pretty easily coincides with doing the... What the fuck is that? Oh, that's the same one as before I'm screaming. I memed myself. That one coincides pretty easily with the other achievement, where you need to defeat a overloading magma worm, especially if you're playing on single player. Because it's like, if you're playing 20 stages, you'll probably see one eventually. Unfortunate for me, I only have 2 items here, so I kind of need to hustle a little bit. Been playing a little bit slow. And there's a Shrine of the Mountain, which means I definitely need to go a little bit faster. Did I open that? I did not. That is not open. Get fucked. Alright, I mean, that's not too bad, honestly. I don't think the backup mag is, like, super great on the Commando. I keep wanting to call him a soldier, because I'm racist, but my thing is that... I don't know. It's not very overwhelming. It's nice for the piercing effects early on, and if you have, like, an assload of backup mags, you can kind of mow through things very quickly. But I think the AoE on it could stand to be a little bit bigger. I guess it comes at the price of being very good with on-hit effects in general, so it makes sense that it's not a rapid fire ability would be kind of middling, I guess. Alright, I got a key. Got a few on-hit items. So actually, yeah, I only have 2 on-hits. That's okay though. And then the teleporter should be somewhere behind me or up on that cliff. actually haven't been looking out for the particles too much. What I would really like to secure this as a solid run early on is to make sure that I get... Oh, god damn it. Make sure that I get a gasoline. I think early on, gasoline plus, Hey, what the fuck is that? Hey, that's actually beautiful, so we're gonna be doing that. I'm so happy. Although I might cuck myself a little bit, because on hit is pretty solid, so ideally the next one gets rid of... Okay, that's beautiful. I can't be greedy now, though. I'll lose something I want. We're just gonna roll up out of here. Nope. Fuck you, nerd. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got it. And we got another backup mag back. I'm gonna roll back up there no, I'm not. I'm being greedy. I just need to activate the teleporter here. And then I'll grab the rest of the shit after we're done with this. I find that when you're playing single player, it's about 6 or 7 items tends to be what you're spoken for. A little more depending on how many shrines you get. Fascinating. Ooh boy. And alright, we're good. The stone golems actually are some of my favorite enemies in this game. I also really loved how OP they were when this game was first released. I think it was just a reminder of the general premise of the game, is that this is not fair and you're supposed to die because everything on this planet wants to kill you. And sometimes that involves a golem just lasering you once and killing you, and there's nothing you can fucking do about it. Hey, Lamau. What was the item I got? I got a Reynolds, man. That's fine. That's actually one of my favorite items. Also, if people are talking, I'm not really looking at chat. I'll probably check in between stages here. I was a little bit slow on this first stage, but I'll chalk that up to commentating while I'm doing this. Hello, there's an item over here. Ah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. And, alright, got a very middling item. Give me 1 second. Let me alt-tab here. Alright, we're good. So the usual thing... Oh, I'm fucking screaming. I missed you. I have a good eye for drones. They're some of my favorite things in this game, actually. I'll try to point out why I like them later on. Like, I mean, I could give a brief description, but I'd rather, like, show you what I'm talking about. It's very easy for them to inadvertently save your lives. Lifeies. While you're playing, just because of how the enemy AI works with targeting stuff. I think the most obvious example is like when you're being chased by Lemurians and then they just suddenly look upwards and all decide they collectively want to kill a single drone that's flying up above them. Very funny. Hey, I didn't even drop any frames during that boss fight. I should probably check what the video quality actually looks like though. Maybe I'll grab my phone if I knew what I did with it. Yeah, I don't know what I did with my phone. I was gonna say I'll grab it and watch Twitch on there, but it's not really a thing right now. Alright. I think Risk of Rain's probably like a better game for me just to record instead of like stream, but I wanted to get back into the habit of streaming again. Because it's something I did enjoy. Although I think one of the things cucking me in regards to that is, again, I just need a better computer for it. It was less obvious when I was playing like the type of roguelikes I normally play that are like mostly pixel graphics and aren't too computer intensive, but when playing shit like this where there's like just a bunch of things rendered at the same time, it gets a little bit more annoying and a little bit rougher. I do an okay amount of damage, but I would say that I'm actually kind of behind where I need to be as far as items go. Although it is the very start of the stage, so we'll see how it goes. So the goal usually are like, I don't want to say the goal because all the items you get are random, but a nice start out to have is, again, having a crowbar plus a gasoline, and then if you're feeling real spicy and you're real lucky, getting a will-o-wisp too. The reason for that is that that just lets you basically set up meat grinders. So one of the benefits of having a gasoline is that the successive AoE procs from multiple things exploding and causing chain explosions actually fucks up bosses pretty bad because the base damage on a single gasoline is actually pretty high. And then the dot that follows that also is pretty generous, honestly, with how much damage it does. So it's very easy if like, later on in the game you're going through a pile of wisps that are chasing you, and you're against like one of the taller bosses, like the stone golem, or honestly even just the everything besides the magma worm. It's very easy to actually just end up doing a good amount of burst damage if you get a chain of wisps to die near them. It's actually some pretty solid items here. I'm gonna grab this missile drone. Is that what that? Nah, it's the lockbox. I thought it was a missile drone. And you had just what I needed. I'm screaming. Beautiful, beautiful. We love it. It's fashion. Ooh. What you doing, son? What you want? Kill this elite, and then I'll move on out of this area. That should give me enough money to actually round out the stage. Because I'm going to go back to the starting area, and hey, a missile drone. No, that's a piece of dirt. I'm screaming. I usually have a pretty good eye for missile drones. Like, I'm usually able to find them when they do spawn. But I'm pretty sure they do not 100% spawn on this stage. I actually kind of actively look for them a little bit, because those and the flamethrower drones are my favorite. And drones are important to me. Man, they really love giving me backup mags. My goal is to GTFO out of here after. I could use the movement speed, honestly. My goal is to get the heck out of here before it hits the next notch on the hard meter. Pretty sure I left a item behind earlier too. I need to go back and grab that. Actually, I think that was it. Hey, another ukulele. Beautiful. Any other chest over here? I'm pretty sure that drone I passed is still... Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have it, so it has to be there still, right? Beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the starting area and then whip back around, and then we're going to get the fuck out of the stage. What is inside of you? Hey, beautiful. Ooh, nope. I hurt my own feelings. Watch me fucking die from this stupid shit. Oh, okay. Alright. I think Royal Capacitor was actually a really good item to add to the game, just because it's very useful if you kind of are struggling with getting enough damage items early on to help you out with elites right as they start getting kind of hard to deal with. But it does get kind of victim to fall off a little bit. I was trying to Royal Capacitate him, but it wasn't up yet because I picked up a new item. Or rather, I switched it from my previous item. Man, I just got some piles of dookie here. Beautiful. We love it. But, if I see another 3D printer, I'll just use these as fodder for that. The thing is I have... I was going to say I have good items. Really, what I have is some soldier syringes and a 3 fucking lens makers, so... I'm a little scared of giving those away on accident. But if I do happen to see a opportunity to get a crowbar, I will probably just risk it if it comes out of a 3D printer. It's also really funny how much HP this thing doesn't have when you're not playing on multiplayer. It's still, oh shit, mom, this might be the end of old Ethan. These things are horde. Yup, I'm screaming. Alright, we're gonna have to weave a little bit here. All those wisps spawning at that exact moment was not the most helpful thing on the planet for my cause. Nope. Alright, sea nerds. Alright, we're good for a bit. I actually have enough time to probably bustle. Yeah, we bustling real big. Love it, love it, love it. And my healing drone's doing its thing. I do have a good amount of AoE. I don't have the gasoline that I wanted, but... Are you behind me? You are behind me. You had to be somewhere. It's very easy, in my opinion, not to really pay attention to the pathing the bosses take. Also, man, fuck you, dude. I think I need to go bustle a little bit. Ooh, boy. I'm scared. Okay, good. I was about to say, if the tracking fucking rounds that corner and kills me, I'm just gonna kill myself and uninstall this game. And, ooh, it's shucking me. Luckily, this does pile them up for my procs of the ukulele, which is very handy. Also, can you fuck off? Thank you, fam. Thank you, I appreciate it. There we go, and you're dead. Where's my item? Aw, man, that's not particularly useful for my case right now, now that the boss is already dead. But YOLO, we're good. Let me dip out of here. Also, give me one... Nah, I'm good. What the fuck is that? Question mark? Hello? You good, drones? They're not looking so looking so hot. Oh, my missile drone. Can I move you? Do you have... You do have a little bit... No. Collision? No? I don't think you... I think you're just doing your own thing. I feel bad for them. Hopefully they survive this stage so I can get them in a good space for the next stages, but I kind of suspect they're just gonna sit on the ground and die. I actually don't know if the drones being active affects like the radius at which enemies spawn, which would be something interesting to know. Or if summon units in general have that property. Like if things will spawn specifically to try to kill drones. Or basically around the radius of the drone rather than you. Probably not, but would like confirmation on that. Oh, no, I need the damage. Holy shit, there are an assload of shrines here. I'm gonna have to explore the stage a little bit. What are you? Backup mags, of course. We're gonna grab a teddy bear when I have enough money. Ooh, boy, incapacitating. Royally. Hey, my missile drone got its bearings back. I am a good bit behind where I want to be, so for me, at least right now, an average run is one where I'm on insane, like around the time I get to the third stage. That's where I'm at, but I'd like to start getting there a little bit earlier. Part of that's just RNG with like where items are beautiful. I love that. Items are placed in the first stage, but still, there are things I could do a lot more efficiently. Also, I said this earlier, but playing on single player makes me appreciate how aggressively they up the scaling of shit when you're playing on multiplayer. Because, man, this shit is squishy as hell. It's very hard when you're playing on multiplayer to want to stay around other people and, like, just collectively group. You cover more ground and you figure out where the teleporter is more quickly, but at the same time, it's like, objectively, at a certain point, you just have a lesser chance of dying. Especially if you're playing characters that have CC. I was trying to open up that money barrel, but it didn't work out too hot. Alright, there's a dude over there. I've gotten 1, 2, 3 items. There should be at least 4 more. Actually, this stage usually has an assload of items. I'd say probably 5 or 6 more, maybe. There were those 3 shines back near the beginning, so that's guaranteed at least 6 more items, and then there should be another chest or 2. This is what I was talking about with the royal capacitor being useful. It's like, hey Timothy, milky. It's like once you start getting to the point where you encounter like the really big ass beefy enemies, like the cow, it's very easy not to have enough damage to deal with it. I just work here. Kind of ate that. A big theme with me dying when I play this game is that I back into something I should not, because I'm not really paying attention to where I'm playing. Instead of kind of like strafing in an area, dodging something. Let's see if there's something. Actually, I'm not going to open that. It's going to be dookie. There's my lockbox. Beautiful. Man, they are being really generous with giving me items that aren't super dookie bad for this character. What I would really like is a Berserker Pauldron. That would, like, improve the quality of my life vastly. Alright, any more? There we go, I'm done with this one, and another one, love it. Another one of those. Alright, well, we're actually at a point where we're going to just be doing an assload of damage now. And I am very happy about that. I'm going to hold on to the Royal Capacitor for now, just because it is nice to be able to kill the boss a little bit more quickly. Because the longer you fuck around with the boss while other enemies are spawning, it's very easy to get your feelings hurt. Alright, it's time to peace out. We gotta activate that teleporter ASAP. did get an assload of items on the stage, like I said, so I am happy with it. The area I didn't really check is like this middle area, but I'm gonna go ahead and just settle with... Nah, there we go. Oop, I went higher than I meant to. I kind of forgot where I was. I'm gonna go ahead and settle with what I have, because I just want to keep pushing through. This game is very good. Risk of Rain 2 is a very good game. I'm actually kind of surprised you do not play Risk of Rain, Tim. I think that you and Ryan Benatin would both like it a lot. I actually like some parts of Risk of Rain 1 more. I think Risk of Rain 1, because it's 2D, it's more impressive to see a lot of enemies on the screen, because it literally, like, covers the entire fucking screen, but... Ooh, boy. I'm gonna peace out for a second here. Also, I literally walked right by a fucking chest. And there was another... No, that was an equipment chest I skipped. Ooh, boy. That wasn't very cute. It's not fashion. So what I'm doing right now, I usually don't like doing this. Ooh, boy. Is I'm basically just kiting so I can get some HP back. I don't like doing this outside of the bubble, because usually it's pretty safe to just strafe around, but in that cave area, it's kind of hard to deal with keeping yourself safe. Oh my fucking god, please stop. Ooh boy, I hear something behind me, I'm very scared. Oh no! Fuck! Just got my head blasted off. I'm screaming, bro! God damn it. Alright, we're gonna try again, whatever. That's the thing about this game, you just gotta keep playing. I also didn't do very well in my first run. I was kind of mostly dealing with stream stuff anyway, mentally still. Alright, I'm gonna go for that offense chest first. So the first thing I like to do, stop me if you've heard this before, is I want to like locate where the teleporter is, so I can kind of figure out how I'm going to approach the stage. So I know the teleporter isn't on like this whole left half of the stage, from what I can see, so I'm going to prioritize getting all this shit first. Unfortunately, the spawn rate at the start of the game is very low, so... I just kind of have to sit here waiting and farming. But yeah, Risk of Rain 1, like, when you were at the hardest difficulties, like, you literally could not really see what was going around because there were so many enemies and explosions. Which I really appreciated. That's very good game design, in my opinion. I love that. Because it just really captures the feel of what the game is about. Where the fuck is the teleporter? What I also try to scout for is those, the Shrine of Combat. Because those are very useful early on when you are low on money and you're trying to get through a stage more quickly. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this thing open and see what enemies inside. Little Marians. And they spawned below me. I actually kind of don't like when that happens. Because part of the reason why I open them is basically just so that I can try to plow through the elite that spawns. There's the elite, because I'm pretty sure an elite is at least guaranteed to spawn out of a Shrine of Combat. Unless it's Stone Golems. When it's Stone Golems, they don't. But anyway, the elites have a lot of money in them, so I try to kill them as soon as possible. Alright. There's a barrel there. Got that. I have enough for 4 chests. chest number 2. This is an average item for my purposes. It'll be pardon me, it'll be useful later on. The thing is like, the real reason why I like those items is that they're very useful against Elder Lumerians later on, when they try to run up to you and use their Atomic Breath. It's actually kind of funny how comically strong Elder Lumerians are at any point in the game that you encounter them. Like, even if you're really ahead item-wise, it is still very easy for them just to abruptly one-shot you. I think the thing that changes with your items is just how quickly you kill them, but even if you're ahead, no matter what, they'll just murder the shit out of you. It's very humbling. It's very easy to underestimate them when you're plowing through them, and then they just breathe on you once and you lose all your HP. Alright, so that's there. Got this. I should have left that one actually closed. My item loadout right now is actually a little bit not good. Aren't I streaming my face? That eats up a little bit of computer brain that could be used to make me not drop frames, so. And then also it's like, there's enough going on in this game where I think that you don't need to see my face. And then also I'm shy XD. I might be biased, but like, I think it works. Face cams are better for games like League, where there are periods of inaction. And maybe you just want the comfort of looking at another human being's face for a bit. I don't know. That might just be me making up shit to justify not wanting to do it right now. Alright, well, man, I am getting some really, really horrible dookie bad items, and that's okay. Sometimes you just get baddies. Only have one actual offensive item. I'll do one more round. I wanted to dump that flag on top of the point, but that didn't happen. Although I will say the fucking fireworks are actually probably one of the better items in the game later on. Just because they help you control a crowd without losing movement. Like, you can keep doing what you're doing and it'll just go around killing shit for you. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and open up this bad boy. There were a lot of items on this stage, though. It's because there weren't any drones. And I started a bit later than I wanted to again. But again, that's mostly RNG. I've also... I think I found a way to, like, more reliably dodge this thing's acid attack. If you jump while she's, like, preparing it, like, you have to be paying attention, like I wasn't there. But if you jump while she's preparing it, she overshoots it. At least... Well, I rolled back into it. But if you jump and then go forward afterwards, yeah, she overshot it again. Man, I would really like some better items. Like, my last run was, like, very obviously better than this one in terms of how much damage I was doing this early on. Yeah, see, exactly. We're dodging, Mom. I did not dodge that laser, though, which was not very good for Maya. My life. I should stream with really cool stew. I mean, I can do that eventually. Early on, I was kind of shy about, like, streaming with people I knew. I don't know why. That's a lot of enemies. Ooh, boy. Alright. That's a lot of dudes. I might need to just get out of here. Not really getting anything from staying here. Ooh, boy! Oh, God! Please! Oh, man. That almost hurt my feelings really bad. Ooh, boy. Made me nervous. Alright. Got my money barrel. There's a chest there. I thought that was a large chest for a second. Couldn't really tell. I'm trying to get a feel for how many chests are in this area so I can decide if I'm going to move on. And there are 1, 2, 3, and there was the 4th one behind me, and there might be another one further back. There's also an equipment barrel over there. Hey, it's Stu. He's playing the Gamu. Could use one of those. I don't have any equipment this run yet, but I want to get that barrel first. Huh. Well, if I see like a good 3D printer, I will be like super set because I can pretty freely give away almost all of these items. The only one I really care about at this point is the fucking soda for the move speed because it helps me get around the stage quicker to make time. Oh, beautiful. There's a large chest over there. Yeah, it looks like literally almost every item on the stage is in this area, which is really handy for me. The unfortunate thing, though, is that the spawn rate is not keeping up with how many items are in this area, and I keep getting some really terrible items. Man, getting trolled. Little sad boy. Ideally, what I would be getting is some soldier syringes. Ideal items, soldier syringe, crowbar, and gasoline as always. That's okay, but that's not going to be really useful for me for a while. Those are 69, right? Yeah. Okay, I just missed those. Actually, I'm fine with the fucking right click being not very good. I would just like its projectile to move a little bit faster. I think that is what I would appreciate, so that it's better at dealing with it. Groups of flying enemies. I'm sad that I'm gonna be on the next difficulty before I can open like literally like half of these chests. Hey, oh, 2 elites, I'm screaming. Hey, 3 elites. Also some of the most annoying elites to deal with in general. Hey, I love it. That's not very useful for me now, but glad to have it. Appreciate it. It's fashion. Where is the red chest that I saw earlier? I kind of forgot about that. Alright, we're good. We should have enough money, actually, just to be able to run... Actually, that's not true. We don't have any fucking money. I thought I had more than that. A little gagged. I only have enough for, like, 2 chests. Also, I'm actually maybe gonna die. Yeah, I died. That is why those are annoying. I should have just kited them. I'm gonna make a mental note to do that next time I encounter a group of fire elites. Alright, let's do it. I don't see the particles for the teleporter over here. This game really encapsulates, like, what I like most about roguelikes. Like, it gives you opportunities to really, like, capitalize off of getting a good start, which I appreciate. But also, like, you can change your gameplay to kind of fit what's going on with your items. Like TLDR, like if you're getting shitty items at the start, you can just kind of rush through the game and try to offset that a little bit and skip a few chests. Utility. Looking for shrines of combat here, and also the teleporters in this area. 1, 2... And there are drones on this stage, which means there are going to be less items, which is kind of good, honestly. I'll feel less pressure to actually get them. That's 3. So I can actually stay out of this area and not do it till I'm doing the teleporter event, and then I'll grab those items then. There's a drone up here. Or not a drone, I'm racist, a turret. Is there turret lore in this game? Why are there turrets just kind of hanging out on this alien planet that doesn't have people on it? Although Lemurians are apparently, like, pretty smart. Like, they have their, like, rituals and stuff, and I mean, I guess it's implied that they built most of these structures that are on this planet, maybe? I actually haven't done a really good job keeping up with the story of this game, or, like, the lore. I just basically make up ideas in my head and just basically assume that's the story of the game. Well, my favorite lore interpretation is that, like, most of the things on this planet are actually pretty chill, but the second something that's an outsider appears, they just are all collectively compelled to murder it. Alright, I guess I'm gonna start making my way back over to the teleporter in just a sec here. I'm a little bit sad that, hey Stu. A little bit sad that there isn't any fucking money to be made here. I do hear that stone golem behind me. Alright, well that's a little bit of money. And I got 3 elites for my efforts. That's good, that's good. Love it. I think that once I kill all of these, I'll activate the teleporter, and then just open all of those items that are piled up near it while the event's going on. Because again, my goal is to get through 20 of these fucking stages, so it's actually really good, even if I am like a little bit under-geared, to just get through like the first 4 stages as quickly as possible. Alright. Go back and pick those up in a second. Is that out of range? Yeah, it was a little bit too mentally generous with assuming I'd be able to get all of those, but that's okay, because I'll be able to get it after the thing is done. Ooh, shit. Didn't follow my own advice. Jump, roll forward. There we go, dodged it. Jump. There we go, I dodged it. Just gotta look for that shit around her mouth and jump. It is really kind of funny how good her aim with that shit is. That is one of the things they have never nerfed Like, they nerfed the fucking golem laser that just would factually kill you if you weren't behind something. But her ability to just abruptly one-shot you, never been taken away. I would say that's probably one of the hardest boss abilities in the game to dodge. Especially if you're, like, playing the Artificer. Shit, Mom, I didn't get to jump. The Artificer or something. This also just might be, like, a restart here, because I don't have any good items. I'll just kite outside the bubble for a bit, because it's at 73%, and then I'll run back in. I think a good remake of this game, or not remake, a good mod of this game would be if all of these enemies were like just various types of waifus just chasing. Oh my fucking god, dude. I just got bombarded. Were just different types of waifus. Just chasing after you with their giant floppy tits. This would be like a game that could have like a cross promotion with the fucking, what's that one game? Like, I forgot what it's called. I know it's like where you play as like the stalker girl and you're like killing all the other waifus. Like, I literally don't remember what it's called. Holy shit, man. God fucking damn it. I'm probably gonna die here. I don't know if I can do. Oh my god, my feelings. All right, they're all taking aim at me. I can feel it. Ooh, oh my god, please. Well, I'm dead. Yeah, there's no way I can do that. Yeah, actually, literally those wisps literally just did like a quarter of my fucking health all at the same time. Like they all just turned and looked at me and was like, "Fuck this guy." And then went back to floating around and humming. Oh, you can hide behind your wall as Artificer now? That's wiggy. Didn't know that. They gave it collision. What the fuck, son? 1, 2... Is there a third? No, we're Gucci. I have on occasion watched other people play this game, and something I've noticed that people don't do is, I think, recognize that wisps never just spawn as solitary, like, wisps. Like, they're always multiple. So they'll, like, kill one, and then turn around, and then just get shot in the fucking back, and be like, what the fuck? Like, sometimes I'll just Reaper ult when I'm a little bit nervous about it. Early on, it doesn't matter that bad, but it's also, like, free money, because they spawn in groups. I'm trying to figure out where the teleporter is so I can kind of plan my route here. Oh, I mean, obviously. That's like almost 90% of the time where it is. It's either there or there. Hey, that's actually a really useful first item. Love it. Man, this lizard is just having a great time running around, being shot, and missing its fireballs. Just gonna kill you, and then I'm going to get the chest over here last. Actually, I should probably go back up the slope, but I think there's... Yes, that is what it was. I didn't get to ping it earlier while I was looking at it, but my instincts paid off. It was, in fact, a green boy. Luckily, the bridge isn't up to over there, because that would make the amount of time this level takes much longer than I would like to spend. Where the fuck fuck are the items? I thought I saw another chest over here, but I might have just made that up. That might have been a dream I had. Okay. In some alternate universe, that might have been useful. It's okay. I'm fine with it not being super great. I actually kind of prefer getting this stage just because you get through it a lot quicker. Even though it has a lot of not items that can spawn because it's smaller. It's just having the satisfaction of knowing that you're done so you can move on. Because on the other stage, it's always like, well, there's a good chance that I was being impatient and missed out on an item that I could have used. Okay, there's that. And we're going to take the glasses. Oh, beautiful. The synergy. We love it. Okay, well, I got 5 boys here. I'm going to just roll up in here. And, we'll be Gucci, maybe? They're drones, so that means there aren't going to be any other chests, probably. Did I pass a shrine? I don't remember. 1, 2, was there a third? Nah, there wasn't. Well, that's actually not super helpful this early on. I'm gonna activate the teleporter now, and I'm gonna use the money I get from this to grab the other shit. I have a few damage items, right? And the stat boost, or the attack speed boost from the warhead dress actually is really good in terms of raw numbers, and I have a little bit of crit, so if I get lucky, I might be able to get all 3 procs at the same time. They definitely nerfed the aiming on those, because you can really just kind of walk left or right, and they won't hit you with it if you're not running into something. But before, I feel like 100% those just like hit you. Like either a direct hit or the splash fucked you up. I also might have just gotten better at this game and just know what to do when I see it doing certain things, instead of mindlessly shooting and hoping it doesn't use its AoE shit. Ah, fucking shit. I've also noticed that it uses its big, like, detonation thing a lot less often. I'm safe, right? It would have been funny if the top half of my skull just got blown off. Mistakes might have been made, but... Oh no! Oh, hey, drink. Okay, I'm good. I was really worried for my life for a second there. Very worried. Alright, we got that. Got a lunar coin for my efforts, and I got a piece of dookie. Alright, I'm gonna grab this boy. Okay, I mean, that's an adequate defense item, and I'm gonna grab 1 drone, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here, son. Oh. Ice explosion. I actually kind of want this to be like a genre of game. Like, I would love to see like a Risk of Rain style game with like Blizzard franchises, or just, I guess, a specific Blizzard franchise. I think this would lend itself pretty well to StarCraft, obviously, but I'm sure if Blizzard was very interested in making money, they could just ham-bone Warcraft into it. Dudes. A lot of dudes behind me. Didn't get hit by any of them, but there were a lot of them. What is this channel? Hi, Nigel. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, wait, you're a different Nigel. I'm screaming. What is this channel? It's just, you know, it's YouTube. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have my, face cam on to verify my identity. Ooh! I forgot what your last name was for a second. I also don't have YouTube open, so I can't, like, see your face icon. Your profile pic. I'm actually doing really good on time, so I'm gonna try to actually keep on with that. I've consistently getting, like... I'm trying to remember the previous ways I've died. I think I've been getting killed, taking too long to kill the boss, and just like a million things spawn, and then eventually they fuck me up. And right now I'm very under what damage I should be at this point. A good way to tell if you're at a good place on this stage, in my opinion, as Commando, is if you can use your R, then left click, and then, or right click, and then maybe one or two fires of your main attack. I actually am fine with getting rid of this stupid shit. And getting another teddy bear. I'm gonna do one more. Watch it be my glass. It is my glasses. Well, AFK, GG. I guess we're just getting rid of all of it. Alright. I'm feeling pretty tough. Hey, there's a wisp just hanging out on the ground. I wonder if they get tired just floating, and they just need to take a rest. I was actually at UTSA the other day, and there were a lot of squirrels just literally just spread out in the shade, just hanging out and smoking cigarettes. It was kind of funny. It was also really, really comically hot. What's new in the Bonreal saga? I mean, I'm screaming. Well, goodbye, teddy bears. Actually, that's not true. I'm only gonna get one. I'm employed. Got a job in the field I studied for. I'm underpaid at it, but that's okay. My goal is to stay there for like 2 years. Then, use those tools to get a better job, and then eventually be self-employed, so I don't have to wake up at 8 a.m. ever again. Or before 8 a.m., pardon me. Man, that is a lot of fucking beetles, dude. I don't know if I should've... I don't know if I should've opened that. Oh, man. I'm scared. I'm scared. Ooh, boy. I think that having this job will make me more confident at my ability to do things as, well, I don't want to just say as an employee, because, you know, people are more than that, XD, but also just, like, I guess following things through, because I actually do have, like, I think my coworkers are pretty nice. I think that they're not super great at teaching people things. Which is something I recognize every time I get a new job. Every time I've been trained in any capacity, it has been, like, really bad, because people just really struggle with, teaching other people things. Although, I will say, part of it is just how things are set up. Like, when you're getting training from, like, a fucking business... Holy shit. Man, those Lumerians do not like that shrine. When you're doing stuff for training for a business, they're basically just teaching you how to make them money the most immediately, and not, like, really all the situations that go on in your job. Like, I know for a fact at my previous job, we did a lot of stuff that was illegal on accident. A lot. Essentially just because we were not trained and told that certain things are not allowed. Their general attitude was just like, well, when you do something wrong, we'll just punish you. And then that'll be like how it's resolved. Like leaking people's personal information or stuff like that, like, they don't tell you not to do that. I mean, I guess you should just figure it out, but, you know, there are like regulations for how you release people's personal information that they just don't teach people. Yeah, I saw that you bought that. Alright. I'm going to try to get ready to activate the shrine pretty soon. Or not shrine, activate the teleporter pretty soon here. These are some really bad items. Ooh, shit. I got stuck on the side of the thing. Luckily, that tougher times definitely helped me out a good bit there. I'm considering going back and just getting more. Trying to think of what % chance I am to block something. I think it's 15 each, so 60%. That's pretty good. Okay. Man, this is a meme and a half, dude. Really do not want me to have this legendary good run. Like, the only way for me really to stay on track here is I just need to end this very soon, even if I don't get any items. I think that's generally like a big debate in this game, if you should just be rushing through levels or not, or if you should actually meticulously get everything, but I think it just really depends on what your goal is in the run, and mine is to get 20 stages as fucking quickly as possible right now. And then also, it's like, the third and fourth stage have so many items. In my opinion, if you get to them early, it's worth kind of skipping some items earlier on. Like, especially if you can get to the fourth stage at a time, or like early enough time for... Holy shit, man, these items, dude. These are really bad. I'm not doing any damage. I guess I'm just fucking activate the teleporter in a second here. Let me make sure I don't miss anything in this immediate area. Yeah, good lord, dude. So I'm gonna do the teleporter, and then I'm gonna sell some of these shitty items. I'll probably get like 1 or 2 more crowbars. We're gonna see if I can even do this, boss. This is gonna be like that previous run I had, where I couldn't, because I just didn't do enough damage. This is still pretty early time-wise, though, so you can kind of see that with how much damage I'm doing to her right now. Hello, I'm gonna navigate back into this bubble and hope she doesn't shit on me. Ooh. Might be time to move a little bit here. I am about to level up, that's kind of why I repositioned. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more tougher times. I think that's what's gonna pad it out for me. Like, pad out having all these shitty items is I'm gonna go beneath here for a second. We're good. Okay. What item did I get? Not quite a pile of shit, so I'll take it. But anyway, what's going to help me out is basically just having like a million tougher times so that I don't take damage, while I eventually just pray RNGesus gives me at least a single good item. Honestly, if I got like a ceremonial dagger right now, even with all this shit, I probably would be able to successfully complete this achievement. Okay. So we are going to... we're going to go ahead and grab 2 more crowbars, and then we'll go to the other place and grab like 2 more tougher times. Where the fuck is it? I'm screaming, Mom. I think it's back here. Yes, it is. Beautiful. Alright, what do I get rid of? Oh my god, I got rid of my fucking soldier syringe. I'm screaming. Also, can you fuck off, please? Holy shit. So very nice of you. Oh, I didn't actually. I have my soldier syringe. What the hell did I get rid of? I don't even, I don't know, bro. Alright, if I'm lucky, my first 2 rolls of this will not get rid of my, my crowbars, because I really don't want to go back and forth fucking waiting for RNG to take the right item. Alright. Okay, that's good. I'm fine with that. Although War Banner is actually pretty valuable. Fuck. I'm fine with having 2, honestly. I just want to get off this wretched stage. Alright, gays. Let's go ahead and get the fuck up out of here. Here's hoping that... Actually, I really hope I get Rally Point Delta, because the new stage, Scorched Acres, is not very fun to navigate, especially when you're behind. It's a good stage, it's just... it's very likely for me to die trying to navigate it. Especially because those fucking gunner dudes are quite literally satanic. Quite literally. An old friend. Make it a point to kill this now so I can get the money out of it. Alright, we got it. We're going to the left. Never mind, grabbing this barrel. We'll go ahead and make a loop. I kind of want to survey this area and see if I can see the teleporter, but it's not here. So what I'm going to do instead is, how much does that cost? More money than I got. I'm going to go ahead and slurp out my HP here. And I blocked it. Love it. Didn't block that, though. That's not very useful for my cause. And we'll thin out these wisps. It's kind of sad how not as good as they previously were Monster Teeth are. Like in the first game, the Monster Teeth, in my opinion, were probably the best healing items in the game by a large margin. I'm also waiting to activate that. If I wanted to be more efficient earlier, I could have like alternated between those 2 damage shrines, but didn't really feel like doing that. I'm gonna use this one though, and hopefully I get a block, but if I don't, it's fine. I did not. Oh well. There are wisps above me. I'm just gonna cherry tap them for a second. Are you pissing on my nuts, dude? I thought I opened you. It's okay though. Got my guillotine. Also, man, I have blocked so much shit. That's kind of why I'm playing like a little bit more aggressively than I normally would. Because I'm just blocking so much shit constantly. But the thing is like when I want it to block, it's gonna undoubtedly fail me and get my head bashed in. Well, I haven't really seen too many items at this point. I also need to remember to use my my Q item. What the hell is it called? My equipment. The tincture? I don't remember what it is. Actually, never mind. I just need to remember to use this because it's good. Hey, another pile of dookie. I would really kill for a, Did I see a chest there? No, I didn't. Okay. I would really kill for a gasoline can right about now. Yeah, clay dudes, they do factually bite. Not very fun. Although the fucking claymen in the first game were probably also some of the most annoying enemies in the game, just because it was extremely hard to shake them. Actually, I'm really excited for when, if they hopefully, or if they ever do, when they add the blighted affix back to the game. Because having invisible enemies that just abruptly one-shot you and can teleport to chase you is probably one of the most satanic things in the game, but also very funny to watch kill you. Huh. Dookie. Actually, I'll take that. Not exactly Dookie. But what I do need to do is activate the teleporter pretty soon here today. Nope. What's up, son? Hmm. Fascinating. Alright, I'll take it. It's a good damage item. Not as OP as it used to be. An important thing I forgot to remember. Yeah, you don't want to play it till full release. I will say, for a early access game, this game is like, it's, there's a lot of content in it already. It is very fun though. Like, honestly, like, I forget pretty consistently that this is early access still. Although I think it lends itself, or roguelikes kind of lend themselves to having a lot of content, because a lot of the content in practice is, I mean, fake in air quotes, you know? Because really you're just basically doing repeated runs of the same few stages, or tile sets. Where the fuck is the teleporter, bro? I don't know where she is. Literally forgot. Which is unfortunate, because I went up another difficulty setting. Also, hi Josh. Alright, like, it has to be, like, over there then. Ran out of areas to check. I'm gonna just slurp up the juice out of that chest and these two shrines, and we'll move on with my gay life, and... Oh, that's actually really good. Please. There we go. Are you good, son? What are you doing here? So you're approaching me. Yeah, this is actually a really good example of, like, a quality early access game. Again, in my opinion, like, if you like this type of game, this could stand on its own where it's at, with just occasional updates instead of, like, big content patches. I mean, I'm glad to have more, but there are a lot of games I've played where it's very obvious, even in full release. They're just like, well, I made the amount of money I wanted to, so we're done with this. Ooh, boy. There are a lot of dudes here. There are a lot of dudes here. It's time to go. It's time to go. I'm not making enough money quick enough. Man, I'm hopping. Fuck, bro. Hey, there's my teleporty. I'm probably not gonna succeed in this, though, honestly. Because as you can see, it's taking me a million years to fucking kill regular enemies. Why didn't you like Risk of Rain 1? Actually, I would say Risk of Rain 1 is kind of one of those games where they were like, I made enough money on this, I'm not doing anything with it anymore. Because, like, Risk of Rain 1 had, like, so many issues with multiplayer from its very onset that they just didn't really address. They did have, like, one or two patches that messed around with, Holy shit, man, that thing took a million years to die, and I got, like, a million gold from it. But yeah, they had like one or two patches that messed with multiplayer, but like still the multiplayer problems persisted pretty aggressively. Alright, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Ooh! I would really love if you were killed in certain ways, like it affected your death animation. Like, I'm not gonna succeed. I'm gonna die. I can't deal with two magma worms and all this shit that's over here. It's just not happening. Actually, if I clear out some of these golems, I think I might be okay because I do have a will-o-wisp. So, can you fuck off? Can you fuck off? Holy shit! That's valid. I almost exclusively played Risk of Rain 1 co-op. Um, but I was actually talking about the fact that I actually liked that the sprites were tiny on that setting, just because like when you were late in the game, you couldn't really tell what was going on because there was so much shit on the screen and you were so tiny. And I live for that. It just really was like it gave the feeling of what the game's about. You're just literally just swimming through enemies. This might be the end of old Bonreal. Like, oh no, I'm Gucci. I'm scared. Oh my god, that was really lucky. Okay, I'm gonna get back up in there. Twig. Also, how have you been? If you don't mind me asking. Ooh, shit. Okay. We need to respace here again. I have been going to Super Smash Bros. Tournaments, which has been pretty fun. Also, really should have been using my Royal Capacitor on cooldown. It was kind of newbie. I was just hanging on to it. Yeah, my coworker really is a. Oh boy. All right, we're gonna bustle a little bit, or maybe not. Huh. I don't really got a lot of stage left here. I am healing a good bit though. I should be good for now. I'll go ahead and fight them out here so I don't have to deal with all the enemies right now. Can you not? I might need to reposition again. Alright, there we go. We fanned the hammer on that. It's time to move. I'm scared. I'm actually like really surprised I have managed to not be dead. If I kill just one magma worm, this will get a lot easier. Also, don't invite me while I'm streaming, you baka. Watashi wa streaming. That's good, I'm glad for you, honestly. Huh. Okay, I'm good. It's not as many lasers as I thought. Please, just die. Just die. Just die. I don't want to die. Myself, though. Huh. I should be able to kill him, though. Ooh, boy, I might need to kite a little bit more, honestly. I'm just trying to be safe so I don't feed. Please die. Thank you. Holy shit. Alright, I can get the fuck out of here now. Fuck. Leave. Can y'all leave me alone? Oh, boy. Oh, my god! God damn it. Okay, I got a little bit of impatient there. I shouldn't have done that. Man, I got blasted very aggressively. Also another sign that tougher times is factually OP. Hi, Pony. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while, because I haven't been streaming. There we go, we're Gucci. Hey, Lamau. My favorite drone type. I've said this before, but I'm actually really surprised Risk of Rain 2 doesn't have, like, some sort of limited item set, like, thing. Just because, I don't know, I feel like that would give a little bit of excitement in the process of, going through stages. There's basically, like, a pseudo item set, like with the Reynolds and, I forgot what the other dude's name is. Like, the gay lizard rings. Lizard boyfriend rings, but other than that, there really aren't. And those are more just thematically similar. They don't really have like a set bonus or anything. Especially because some of the achievements in the first game require you to have like different combinations of items. I think that would lend itself, like, at least mentally, you know, to having item sets. Like, it would be intuitive to have them. Hey, an incinerator drone. One of my favorite things. But we don't have enough money because everything is really expensive in this game at this point in it. Huh. Huh. Maybe time to go for a bit. Neum. I actually was hanging out with someone that I went to UTSA with pretty recently. And I'm kind of on the fence on if I miss being in college or not. I think that with the legendary forbidden coping strategies I've developed now that I'm older, like, I probably would enjoy it a lot more, but I think a lot of parts of college did not make me very happy. And that I think that it actually took years off of my life a little bit. Huh. I think one of my favorite things about Elder Lumerians is that they literally just do more damage than bosses. That's valid. I do miss that component of it, and I do miss the community, I will say that. Which is really funny because, like, coming from high school, I didn't think I would be that kind of person. But I think that the people ended up being the main draw for me, ultimately. Because I've never really been, like, a community person, although that's just me being gay, speaking honestly. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd want to be a perpetual fucking PhD or someone seeking or pursuing a PhD or a PhD candidate, because, man, that is not particularly. Ooh, boy, I need to GTFO for a little bit. Those tougher time procs were making me feel a little bit stronger than I actually am. All right, well he's dead, and I still barely have any money. We're gonna just keep roaming here. I need like a pile of chests just to work on for a little bit here. Ooh, boy, man, I fucked those enemies up. Ooh, ooh. The thing about this stage is that, like, it kind of takes away the pressure of, farming a little bit, because, like, by the time you're here, it's, like, the sheer amount of items that you get and the difficulty you're at basically means that it's like this is basically what decides if you're going to be successful or not. Like, you need to get everything, and then you just need to hope that it's enough to let you get through the teleporter event to do a loop. Hey, James. I wish this dude would stop fucking staring at me with his giant eyes. It's rude. Also, he just killed my gunner turret that I just spent my money on. I'm a little bit sad about that. Did not really care about my feelings. Yeah, I needed to make sure that died. Ooh, boy. Oh, boy. Ooh, boy. I'm scared. It's time to go. It's time to go. Ah! Get away from me. Where am I going? Okay, we're going up here. Hey, that's where the teleporter is. How convenient. I am definitely not doing as much damage as I need to do, though. I'm trying to think of, like, an item that would remedy this immediately, but it's like I really just need some crit or something. Or a really good on-hit item. Like, if I could get, like, 2 tri-tip daggers or some more sticky bombs, that would improve the quality of my life vastly. I wish you... Hey, some crit. Can you die? Holy shit, bro. There we go. Nothing. Nothing. Discapacitate you. I also notably did not do a lot of item or damage to that. Am I dead? Nah, I'm good. Good lord. I'm gonna have to run. And time this right. There we go, we're good. I have to go back up there and get that, but I can't stay there. It's really hard to dodge shit in that area. I'm gonna bounce back up here though. Fuck Lemurian lives. Alright, we should be good for now. I also have to be really careful about the bronze contraptions, because they are very liable to literally one-shot me if they get a direct hit. Especially that elite one right there. You didn't see it, but I just looked directly at my webcam. God damn it. Feel sad. God damn it. I could really use some food. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna jump downstairs real quick and grab a snacky. BRB. Yeah, do you not like CAD software? Actually, I'll ask you when I get back. Give me 1 second. I don't even know anything about CAD. Alright, I'm back. No pickles, though. I wish I had some. If it wasn't so close to my bedtime, I would have, actually ordered food or something. But... is that, like, literally, like... is that literally true? Like, do they have that as part of their platform? That it has to be really hard for no reason? Also, this will be my last run, and then I'm going to play with my friends. Two shops, one chest. There is a, oh, god damn it. It's literally right above me. Two shops, one chest, and then a Shrine of Combat's up there. I think one thing that, that's funny. I think one thing that, I don't want to say I didn't appreciate about what I learned in school, but is not really learning how to use, like, some older technologies that would be useful to know. Because, like, I think it's useful to teach people, like, new stuff. But, like, a lot of companies basically just stay, like, in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? With, like, the tech they use, or, like, the early 2000s, or even earlier, honestly. Say the what for Photoshop now? I'm assuming they would be different because of, like, the implications of, like, I don't know. I have to ferment on that for a bit. What's the teleporter thing? Activate this for future usage, and then I'll, just roll back over here. I actually have, some CAD textbooks that I was just, like, given by a professor. They didn't want anymore, but I actually don't know where they are. Also, I'm sorry. Hey, some sunglasses. Love it. Any chests down here? No. Alright, well then. It was a little bit of an adventure. Dealing with elites early on will make you feel very not strong, which is fair, but it took a little bit longer than I would have liked it to. I actually really regret unlocking the fucking rusted key. Because it just seems like it just loves dropping in situations where I absolutely do not want it to. Interesting. The system the place I works for is from the 90s. And obviously they're having a lot of trouble with it. But I think a lot of it is honestly negligence. In terms of, like, just refusing to invest in things. or have people design things for them. Like they could, you know, contract someone that are more effective. But I mean, that's the story of like almost every fucking business. Yeah, exactly. It's always true. Any life updates? Got a little gayer. Been going to Super Smash Bros. Tournaments. Um, let's see. Like literally nothing. I have this new job. Um, you know, it's cemented the fact that I want to be self-employed. It's cemented that I want to be self-employed really aggressively. Not because it's bad, but it's just I don't want to deal with some of the people and interpersonal dynamics of workplaces. And then also, I think one of my least favorite things is when companies have really dumb metrics that are nonsensical that the people who are like, I guess, trying to like chase those metrics don't appreciate or know about. I guess I encountered this at my last job where I remember, like, this is a really obvious one. So at my job, like, they measured like the amount of time you did something, right, as like a measure of efficiency. And I mean, obviously there are problems with it, but generally it's like it's okay. But it's like the people who track that metric to like basic like managers basically, you know? They just didn't really like use their brain cells in regards to it, and neither did their managers. So like we did a system update that was like, you know, causing us to have to slow down because there were just a lot of issues and errors with it, and like literally it just shut down multiple times, and it was like it was known it was shutting down. And then we got like a really aggressive passive aggressive email basically being like, why is everyone's number so low? And like literally like there was just like a very aggressive chain email talking about like basically it was just like shut up. Which was funny to me, but it was just like very obviously they thought that they thought that the numbers meant people were being inefficient, but it's like it's obvious if you use brain cells it's not inefficiency. It's like they just physically can't do their job because the system isn't working. It's just very dumb. Do I work in a Scrum environment? In principle, yes. Yeah, exactly. I just really don't like that. And some of my coworkers were complaining were complaining about that a little bit. They were basically saying that oh, what the fuck? I thought I activated the departure sequence. That was my baddie. Some of my coworkers were talking about like, so they changed metrics recently for some of the people that I work with, right? And basically they're being posthumously like accountable or held posthumously accountable for the new metric. So like we had something we completely didn't do before, and the new metric measures that thing, and they're like, well, why didn't you make it last month? You know. It was really funny. Like just the lack of brain cells. And my job is actually in reporting stuff, so it's like I'm trying to make it a point not to be like that. My hope is that in the future, as stuff like data analysis I mean, unfortunately, kind of like becomes less of a profession of affluence. I don't know how to describe it. Like when it becomes more common and it's just kind of expected people know how to do data analysis to lower people's wages. I hope that that helps people, in the very least, get better at understanding numbers. You know, like that is really my hope, even though that's not like beneficial to my long-term success. Because it's like a lot of people just like are like the number isn't big, so regardless of what the situation is, like clearly everyone else is doing something wrong, and we need to just start punishing people. Like, I hate that. That's so stupid. It's also really funny, though, at the same time. Because it's like just being very maliciously incompetent. And I actually really like when people are, like, simultaneously they don't understand something, but they're very aggressive about it needing to be. That's just very funny to me. I actually remember that day, like when that system outage happened and like people's numbers were all wonky and we got that email. I literally just almost like responded like, WIM, the system's down. Like, why are you even emailing us about this? I think I'm actually generally very, very patient with people not understanding things. Like, it actually doesn't bother me, but I think that if you're in, like, a position and you're telling other people what to do, I'm a lot less tolerant of that. Like, I think that's really, just a sign that you're really incompetent and your only, like, strategy with dealing with that is not to learn things, but just to basically annoy people until they get what they do something that makes you look better, you know? This run's probably not going to be very good, honestly. I mean, it's literally both, in my opinion. I mean, actually, it's not even just my opinion. That's just, like, objectively how it works. It's a cascade of people only thinking in terms of short-term game. Like, it's funny just, like, I can see the trends of it just, like, compiling. Like, one person being impatient and incompetent, and then hiring other people who are like that below them. It's just like an endless cycle. And then also that just the structure of most businesses stops people who are like chasing numbers from like having to actually interact with the targets, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is not a very good run. I'm not really going too quickly here. I do see some shit over there. I'm gonna go back in a little bit. I also think, honestly, part of it, the issue is just the hierarchy things, which I don't like. I actually am very curious to see if states that don't have right-to-work laws, like, if there's any, like, sort of... If there's any sort of variance with, like... Well, I mean, I actually already know the answer, but if there's any sort of variance with, like, how they, pursue innovation and implementation of technology. Because it's like, I think that if I had more job security in a lot of jobs, I would be more willing to complain about stuff adamantly. Instead of people basically being like, well, you're not a team player because you're mad that we don't want to spend, like, literally, like, a really comically small fraction of our income, or of our revenue improving the system. So, you're being toxic. Honestly, I think a lot of it is that people socially get off on it. Like, people who do upper management and certain parts of middle management actually get off on having that kind of power. And then also, it's just like, it's all some people understand. Like, they can't understand, like, leading a company without having that kind of hierarchy. But I would say that it's like, if people have room to, like, negotiate and talk about stuff and kind of, like, have an equal voice in the company, it just doesn't work the same, because it's like, a lot of what companies rely on is getting, like, a lot of... I need to not die. I'm gonna have to borrow some brain cells from this conversation. How do you handle a coworker who micromanages you? I mean, I just try to be, like, very competent at whatever I do so that that doesn't even become a thing. Also, I'm dead, Mom. And then just kind of assert myself as someone who's competent in that way. And then also just tell them, like, don't micromanage me. Or, it depends. Like, some people, like, some coworkers, I don't know how to describe this. Like, so, from the jobs I have previously had, in my most recent job, I think, at least early on, it was reasonable for someone at an equal level to me to kind of be like, what are you doing sometimes? Because we are so undertrained and we do stuff that has, like, legal implications for us, that it is reasonable for someone, if they actually have good intent, to, like, intervene and be like, hey, you shouldn't do it this way because you could get in a lot of trouble for this. But on the flip side, I think a lot of people who are really micromanaging like that in professional settings basically just do it to make themselves look more busy than they actually are, and then also to give them excuses not to work themselves. And that basically is just kind of like pseudo leadership that people do to kind of pad their resume and get themselves in line for getting into whoever's, or I guess their manager's their manager's good graces. Actually, I heard that someone who doesn't work for my job anymore, he, like, has a higher position with a different related entity. That's basically what he did. Like, he basically would just take credit for shit and tell other people what to do. And then, like, he himself wasn't actually very competent. And part of it was because the other coworker he had at that time was, like, a giant nerd, and he was just kind of like a meek person who would let him do that. Oh well. In any case, I'ma wind down the stream here. I appreciate y'all checking it out. I haven't strummed in a while. I have food stuck in my teeth. Incidentally, this is part of the reason I don't like capitalism. It's dumb. There's just a lot of, like, really silly shit that goes into chasing immediate value. Obviously not every like option is better, but it's just I really am very dismissive of people who like very aggressively ride on like the free market's dick. I think that's just very silly. All right. I'm shut down the stream here today. I will show y'all later. Show y'all? See y'all later. Bye.